This is Soph,
This is Rich
and we are from
from
across
across the
the
pond.
pond. Hey, girl, I missed you.
Okay, firstly, I feel like we should address the elephant in the room. Last time we was in this position was Friday last week. There was no Sunday show, and that is because you made the executive decision, because I was really poorly and so was Alfie, to pull the rug. And this is why I like the show, because I got your back and vice versa. You know, like we're here, we're always here, the show always goes down. And I did do the show last Friday, even though I was poorly. Um,
Yes. Oh,
but
she was poorly, people.
it literally went downhill. As the show was going on, I could feel myself totally going downhill, which is why I had to say to you, I was grateful that you done most of the talking, first off. Second off, at some point, I thought we're going to have to go to the next segment because I really am going downhill. So I said to you, yo, we're going to have to do the series review because I'm not feeling great. So I took a turn for the worst. And I did feel okay on the Saturday. I felt okay for a little while. But then again on Sunday went right back downhill again. Alfie, as you know, was also ill. And he'd gone to his dad's because it was his dad's weekend. His dad said to me on the Sunday, Al's taken a turn for the worst. I think he needs to see somebody, probably doctor. I said, okay, fine, I'll book him an appointment tomorrow. Monday morning came, he called me at like 4 a.m. and was like, yo, he needs to see somebody now, you know, like he's taken such a bad turn. So he brought him home, and I literally took one look at him and called an ambulance straight away. Like, I'm not going to lie, he looked like a skeleton. He hadn't eaten for 4 days. He hadn't drank for about one, maybe one and a half of those. He could barely walk. He was so weak. Oh my God, I just wanted to cry. My heart just broke. So yeah, we had to have a little stint in hospital. He had severe dehydration. All his vitals were normal though, his heart, his lungs, everything else, no temperature. Still to this second, I do not know what was wrong with us. Like, I took 4 COVID tests and they all came back negative. So whether I've got a random new strain, I don't know. But that
one thing about us, when we get sick. Like, I'm gonna tell you, this is so ironic because Monday I went to work, right? And I felt so tired. Like I just was like drained. So I left work early. Tuesday, I felt like crap. So I didn't even go to work at all. Come to find out, half of the warehouse was sick. Everybody had like this like cold where people were like calling off because the weather here has been so funky. It's 1 minute it's cold, like it is freezing outside right now, and it's spring.
See,
it's gloomy, gray.
This has been the annoying thing all week here. It's been blazing squad. The sun has been gleaming. There's been blue skies and not a single cloud. And I've missed all of it. Apart from today, I've missed the whole kit and caboodle. So that did annoy me a little bit. But I honestly don't know what it is. The first 2 days I couldn't even get out of bed. Then I had a little spike where I felt a little bit better, which is when we did the show. But that lasted literally hours before I come crashing back down. Now, you know, we're big foodies. I didn't even eat for 4 days. I didn't have any appetite whatsoever. I didn't feel hungry. I still haven't really got my appetite back, but I'm eating because I know I have to eat. But I haven't, I think in the last 7 days, I've actually physically felt hungry just once. So yeah, hopefully. But you know, this is the thing that don't mean to sound mean. This is the bit I don't understand, right? Alfie doesn't eat for 4 days and he literally loses 3/4 of his body weight and looks like a skeleton. I don't eat for 4 days and I look exactly the same. Why?
You need to
What
knock it
went
off.
wrong?
Knock
What
it
went,
off.
what went wrong?
Knock it off. Well, I'm glad you are feeling better. How is Alfie?
Alfie is much better today. I'd say if I had to scale it up, I'd say he's 95% better. Mama's love has nursed him back to health. Thank the Lord.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because I think I called you amongst this whole illness of yours, this mysterious illness. And you were hoarse. Like you had lost your voice. It
Totally
was crazy. And she's like, oh, let's still do. No, we are not. No, we are not.
Yeah,
No.
I didn't.
Like that. I was like, oh my God, what is going on with
But
you?
this is the thing. I didn't have a blocked nose or a cough. I just literally had a sore throat and my voice just went, you know. But you're right, you were laughing like, what is wrong with you? And I was
like, oh, what? And you want to do? No, we're not. No, we are not.
I could have held up pieces of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, listen, I don't know.
Let you know that we are human.
Yeah, and I
honestly
don't know what it was. I'm glad it's gone. Like I said, Alfie's like 95% better. Well, I'd say I'm 75, 80% better. There's still a little.
I'm gonna say I'm about 95% better. I still got the sniffles.
This is the thing as well. I never had no sniffles. Alfie never had a temperature. We never had any sickness. It's really, really bizarre. So
very bizarre. But we are making it happen. Today is Friday and we are catching up.
I know, and I'm so glad that everyone's feeling better. I'm glad that I managed to get out in some sunshine this afternoon with Al.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, it is ridiculously cold outside right now. It's gray and gloomy. It rained last night. It's supposed to be ugly this weekend. I'm just like, look, I need
in the
a
nicest
vacation.
possible way. You can keep that. Like, I am loving this weather. Hopefully, it's going to be like this for at least the next week or
well,
so.
how about you? How about you send some of that weather over here?
I normally do share. But as up until now, I haven't been able to enjoy it myself. So at least let me have a couple of days before I bat it that way across the.
All right. Well, since you were down and out, have you been paying attention to anything that's on the news?
Ooh, there's a fair few things in the news. Still, obviously the big main story is still Ukraine, and apparently Biden has gone to Poland for meetings about a refugee crisis. What that old fart is going to do, I don't know, because all he seems
I heard we're supposed to get like 100,000.
All he seems to do is spout his mouth and don't actually do a lot of anything.
Well, you can't put everything on Biden now. NATO, you got to understand that politically, Ukraine is not part of the NATO, what's the name? So we can only do but so much without causing World War III.
I understand that, but my personal opinion when I look at the news is Biden is always saying, if you do one more thing, Putin, then there's going to be terrible, terrible consequences and you will feel the wrath. Mate, he still continues to bomb stuff and still continues to do stuff and nothing ever comes. So that's my point for Biden. If you're going to say something, follow through with it. Stop giving the man open, idle threats because he's just laughing at you because you don't do nothing. Other thing in the news this week is there was a 17-month-old baby that got mauled to death by the family dog. They'd only had it for a week, and it literally mauled her to death. They were trying to work out what breed it was and whether it was actually legal, because obviously some dogs ain't legal in this country, you know, like pit bulls and stuff. They're illegal to have those as pets over here. Yeah, so very sad, man. Very
poor
sad.
Baby.
Very sad. And also in the news, totally, this news is going all over the gaff. A big thing in the news has been Jamaica, because Prince William and Kate,
Marco?
his wife, have
Okay.
been
I'm thinking
visiting
about the other one.
have been visiting the Commonwealth countries, and Jamaica is apparently just about to break free. Excuse me, is just about to break free from the Commonwealth, so it won't be under England or under the Queen anymore.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's nice.
right. I feel
That's
really proud. I
really
feel
nice.
really proud of myself. Like, I've actually brought some proper news to the table for once. Like, yay me!
I ain't mad at you. You back on your game.
What's the news?
I'm so over Trump. I'm over so much Trump. Right now, we have the first Black female Supreme Court.
But nobody can say her name. Is that right? That's all I keep seeing in the news.
Yeah, they butcher her name. I'm not even going to attempt, but I am very proud of her. They're doing the questioning of, she has to go before the courts and they question her and stuff. That's been going on the last couple of days, so far, and she's been handling it very well. One thing I did like that she did is that she put all her business out in the beginning, so that when
But has
her
she actually got the job then or not?
well, they have to vote. She hasn't really got the job yet, but she has to vote. She's been nominated. So now she has to go through the whole I want to say, I shouldn't say it this way, but interrogation type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I did like that she did really smart was when she accepted the nomination, she put all her dirt right on out there in front, so that like they can't use that against her when they were doing the the questionings and
But
stuff.
that's the best way. If you just lay all your cards on the table, then it's
Yeah, I
up
mean,
to
she laid them
people.
out. I was like, yo, that was smart right there. Because you can't say, she's doing this and she's, well, what about your family members and stuff like that? I mean, like she put it all out there. I thought that was dope.
So when do you know if she's got the job or not?
I think this goes on for like a week and then they vote. So I don't really know. And then on top of that, one of the judges just got out of the hospital. It's just a mess.
So how many people has she got to go up against?
Well, they vote. And the thing about it is, if it becomes a tie, Republicans and Democrats, if it becomes a tie, then the vice president breaks the tie.
So there's just two people, her and another?
No, just her.
So she's got no competition?
None.
Well, you may as well just say the job's in the bag then, surely.
That would be nice if they did.
But what if they don't give it to her then? Who gets it then?
What?
If they don't give her the job, who gets it then?
Well, until they have to find another nominee. But that's not going to happen. She's gonna eventually get it. She'll be the first Black woman Supreme Court judge.
Well, I hope she gets it. She's clearly got to be the best person for the job if she's the only person that's been nominated. So high five to her.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The only
And then in celebrity news, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Dolly Parton was nominated and she said, I don't want it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
She said she don't want it.
Is she busy working 9 to 5?
Yeah, you're back. You're back. No, she worked. She says, but this isn't the first time she's turned down awards. She's just very humble. I think she's just very humble. She just ain't into.
But the thing is, though,
did
you say the Rock Hall of Fame?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right,
yeah.
she's a country singer, so why would she want it anyway?
Well, it's due for entertainment. It's not just rock and roll. It's for entertainment, lifetime
Change the name.
achievement type
Change the
stuff.
name of it then. If she going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and it's not just rock and roll, change the name of it.
Dolly said,
Right, go on, Dolly. That's what I say. Go on with your bad self. I'm right by your side.
yeah.
Also, what we should have said in the beginning, now we've said about our news is we haven't actually got a topic today because we never actually had our Wednesday meeting because everyone was ill.
Everyone was ill.
And this is a first for ATP. We've never not had a Wednesday meeting.
I know. I'm telling you, you were down for the count, and I had to make an executive decision to let you get some rest.
And I'm not
and
gonna lie.
relaxation.
You know, we done a show a little while ago about when we get older, and you questioned me about what's going to happen with Alfie when I got older. I got a little emotion because I don't like to think about it, but I have to think about it. It's not even a case of what's going to happen when Al gets older. It actually brought it to life. Like, what is going to happen now? Like, I was so ill, I couldn't look after him. And it's only because it was his dad's weekend to have him that he ended up going to his dad's. Like, if it had been my weekend, who knows whether his dad would have been able to have him or not. But the fact is, the pool of people that we have as support or a support unit is literally slim shady to none, you know.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was going to say is I read a quote once, right, that said, only people who really care about you will notice when you're silent, right? Now, you know me, I love social media. I'm on it every day, personal and business accounts, right?
Yeah.
As part of my work. I did not post on my personal account like literally a week because I just couldn't. I posted on my business accounts once, maybe twice on some of them because I knew I had to. It's my job. My personal one, I never went on Instagram or Facebook. And you know what? Nobody noticed, right? Until yesterday, I posted a picture of me and Alfie holding hands, and I just basically
I saw that. That was
I just basically said, there's sayings like you can't pour from an empty cup, and you've got to look after yourself before you can look after somebody else. They went out of the window this week. My main and only focus was Alfie. I was ill. I couldn't give a flying hoot about that. I just wanted my son to be better, right? Up until that point. And then today, my phone has been inundated. Oh my God, I didn't realize you were ill. Even my friend Olivia called me. She was like, I was going to call you in the week, but I didn't want to bug you because I thought to myself, well, I haven't seen you on social media. But then I thought, I don't want you to think I'm bugging you, so I'll just leave you alone. And I was like, what? If someone's quiet, there's obviously something wrong. Like, I remember a few years ago, my cousin, I said to her, my mum's sister's daughter, I said to her, well, I said, I haven't heard, yeah, but I'm getting the right side of the fam before somebody jumps on the back. Do you know what I mean?
Do your cousin. Your cousin.
So anyway, she said something to me, and I said, I ain't heard from you or your mum for ages. So, and do you know what her reply was? Well, we've seen you posting on social media, so we know that you're okay. And I said, actually, you've got that wrong. Me posting on social media means I'm alive. It doesn't mean I'm okay. You know, let's keep it in perspective. But totally this week, this is a thing. If someone is quiet, there's a reason. So I'm not just saying it for me. I'm saying it to everybody out there who knows anybody. If you think yourself somebody's quiet, they are, and there's always a reason. So pick up the phone and ask them if they're okay. Do they need anything? Are they all right? That's all I'd say.
You put it very well put. If you haven't heard from your family members in a while, how about you reach out to them?
Or your friends.
Families and friends.
And you know what? Someone said to me,
I was calling you. I was like, yo,
Oh yeah.
what is going
But this
on?
is the thing. Someone else said to me, but we wouldn't ask you if you needed anything because you're always all right. And I'm like, listen, man, no, I don't care what anyone says. No one is always all right. You know, there's
Mhm.
always a reason behind stuff. So, look, when your peeps are quiet, pick up the damn phone and just say, yo, you okay? Do you need anything? You all right?
Look at you. And we back now, we back and we better than ever.
Right. And
Back and
listen,
we better
let
than
me
ever.
leave it another 40 years before I get ill like that again, man. Jesus.
I'm gonna tell you, when I get ill, I turn into a big baby. I was sick. I mean, I was at work and I was like, oh, I can't take it. You know how you feel it? I felt it coming on. It wasn't like I was like sick. I just felt it and I left. And then the very next day, I had this bug and it was like I had these chills and yeah. And then come to find out, I talked to my boss. He was like, you know, everybody's getting sick here in the warehouse. Because everybody's got a little cold going around.
See
There's a little
now,
cold, a little illness going around. I was like,
excuse me.
thanks.
If loads of people hadn't have got it where you were and it was just you, I'd have said the same thing that I said about you last week, that you're getting sympathy pains for me being ill. That's
Yeah.
why. But you just said everyone was ill, so
Mhm. It was going around the warehouse. I was like, ooh. Ooh.
do you know what I don't understand though is this is what makes me laugh, right? Every time something occurs, everyone's always got to be an expert. For example, when the football World Cup is on, everyone's a football manager and they know everything about football. The war is on in Ukraine. All of a sudden, everyone's a politician. Everything they say is correct. As soon as you're ill, everybody is a doctor. You got corona. You got corona. Okay, but I've took 4 tests and they've all
Yeah,
said negative.
I've seen the actual test people. She took them.
This is the thing. I'm not saying I did or I didn't, but my point is these little tests that they give you, swab, squirt it, a number of times people have said you can get an incorrect negative test, right? What was the point in the government spending billions of pounds on these tests to see whether you've got the virus or not when it doesn't even tell you if you've got the virus or not?
All I know is, let me knock on some wood. Me and you didn't get the shots. I got the shots, and neither one of us has got corona.
Right? No.
Since day one. Neither
And you
one of us.
know what? I'm not going to lie. Even if that was a variant of corona, do I regret not having the jabs? No. Am I now going to go and get the jabs? No.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, there was this rumor that they was gonna do another booster shot.
Oh yeah, we've got it here. Spring booster. Are you going to get it?
No, I'm
And
not.
do you know
I'm
what
done.
else they've said? Spring booster is here, but there's also going to be an autumn booster.
I'm done with the shots. I got the booster. I'm done.
Well, in a way, I'm glad. Well, I didn't want you to really have it anyway because it's not normal.
Look, I'm ex-military. I've got my shot records. My shot records is long. But what I'm saying is right now, I'm not doing any more shots.
Okay, well let's curb the shots then. You don't need any more. And you know what? I don't mean to chuck you under the bus, but we haven't got a subject, and this has just come from my brain. Like we haven't. Yes, we have spoke a couple of times during the week just to touch base. Are you still alive? Yes. Are you feeling better? Yes or no, whatever. So there's no subject. We're just chopping it up. This is a catch up for me and you, a catch up for everybody else. You just mentioned about you being in the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you read us a page from your new book?
What? How about we read a couple pages from your book that ain't published yet?
Exactly, it's not published yet. Can you just read us one page?
I got it.
Come on now. even if you just get the manuscript out of the folder, I know you got it in there on the shelf.
Yeah, I do. I'll read a poem or two.
Thank you. Well, look at that, or two. I just said one, please. The man's on about reading his whole book. Ooh, moments.
Look at that.
Magic moments. Look at that pose.
Look at that. Looking at the window. I gave a book to my aunt, and she goes, "Ooh, you even took a picture of you looking out the window."
Okay, when you've read it, you striking that pose has just made me think of something else to say afterwards. But anyway, you can choose whichever one you want.
All right, I choose one. Hold on. It's called Changed. Things have changed from what they were before. My heart has learned to soar. I want you with me, to be by my side. It might take some time for me to catch up, but please don't give up on me. We're going to make it. The future is still far ahead. Let's take our time, and then you'll be mine, and we'll be together.
Ooh, do you remember who that was wrote about?
No.
See, now let's just get it out there. If anyone's listening, Dre, LL Cool J, Snoop, anybody who wants to make a rap and feature these words, we ain't mad at you.
I would be.
Maybe.
I would be very mad.
Well, no, obviously you're going to get a cut. What
It's
about
called plagiarism.
what if you spoke to Knox? You could do a song with one of your poems or a couple of them.
Well, I did have a close friend who used to be in a music group when I was younger, and he was telling me a lot of my poems could be turned into songs.
Excuse me. Well, I was just thinking that as you was reciting it, I could hear a little beat in the background. I could see myself with a little Hennessy in a club with that bopping in the background. Okay, so you said about I was saying to you about your pose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna get something out there. About 3 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a photo shoot.
What?
This is me in my underwear. And I don't know what it is. I always wanted to have one done, right? But cost or busy, whatever things kept coming up. And then I was sat downstairs, like, because there's one particular studio that does it about 20 minutes down the road from me in this little village called Lane End. And I was thinking, oh my, it's called For Your Eyes Only, right? I was thinking, if ever I get it done, I'm going there. And Christmas I spent by myself, as you know. And then in between Christmas and New Year, I just sat there flicking through my phone, and an advert came up for the same woman, same studio, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if it was a midlife crisis or whether I know that when I hit 40, it hit me differently. So I thought it's either a midlife crisis or I need a confidence boost. F it, I'm just going to do it. So I did.
You did it.
And the thing is, I can't tell you too much for the reason is, she asked me if she could be a guest on the show. So at some point, probably next month now, Alex, lovely lady, she's going to come be a guest on the show, talk to us about everything she does. She's been doing it for like 20 years. It was great. But funny enough, talking of guests, we actually have a guest on Sunday's show.
Yes, we do.
And
Coming up.
We haven't had I feel like we haven't had a guest for ages.
We haven't, but we've been going through a lot lately.
Who was our last guest? Was it Roy? Was it? Oh no, it was Joanne. The upbeat, empowering women.
It was JoJo.
JoJo, yes, love her. Yeah, so we that's why I didn't bother. It's not that it didn't bother me we didn't have a Wednesday meeting, or we didn't even have a topic to talk about today, because Sunday's show is already taken care of. We got a guest, so
Yes, and that's going to be a beautiful thing.
mm-hmm. You know, and also what we're going to do is, at some point in the near future, we're going to have our little friend Jay Reese back on, because he's actually sent us some goodies.
Matter of fact, I have my box right here.
He sent us some goodies each, the same ones. Oh, you can. The same ones. He sent me mine first because I'm the furthest. He sent the same ones to Rich. He's got the same ones. So you know how much we love food. We're just going to chop it up because he's a vegan. So
Vegan snacks. And I'm not a vegan, but I'm a foodie. So I'm
I'm
going
not
to
a
try.
vegan either, but I tell you, I shall be totally 10,000% honest and tell you if they're not nice.
No, she will.
I can't even, and even if it don't come out, if my mouth don't say it, my face will. I can't lie.
I'm going to make a TikTok after.
Oh, hell to the yeah. I'm gonna say
I'm going to make a TikTok
then
after.
then we can duet each other's TikTok and then share it on our socials.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up, and I know that I feel like we've been a bit wishy-washy since Christmas. You know, like we've missed a couple of shows due to illness or one reason or another. We still haven't found our feet really as regards to.
Yes, because I have started a new job, people, and it is really, I wouldn't say taking a toll, but it's just we are trying to get adjusted to the times
Yeah,
and
because
trying to figure out.
it means I have to stay up late. I have to stay up late to do the show, because if you were to get up early, it would be like 3:30, 4 in the morning, which is not going to
Yeah,
happen.
it's not going to work when I work a 10-hour day.
So yeah, we're just asking you to bear with us. I mean, I like that our subscribers are still slowly but surely growing. We're now up to 260. Whoop, whoop. We totally billion percent.
I meant to tell you this.
Hold on a second, please. We billion percent refuse to pay for people to subscribe or click like. We will never do that. So we'll just organically grow slowly. Yes, sir.
Just the other day, I was on Zoom with my dietitian, and there was a lady. The girlie kept going like this, like the dietitian. She just kept going like this. She's like, "I have someone in my office, and they will not." So then, girlie peeks her head in. And she goes, "What's that sign behind your back?" And I went, "Oh, this right here. This is my podcast." And I said, "Me and my friend Soph." She goes, "Is Soph from England?" I was like, "Yes." She's like, "I love everything England." I said, "Well, you should watch our show." And she said that she is going to watch our show.
Get in. Well, I hope that she is one of our new subscribers, because we welcome new people all the time. And you know what absolutely makes me die is everyone on your side of the pond is like, "Oh my God, I love her accent. She's from England, blah, blah, blah." And you're like, oh. Everyone over here is like, "Oh my God, we love his cute face. He's got such a great, lovely voice, so soothing." And I'm like, oh.
I know, right?
Right.
Because we go at each other all the time. That's why.
Yeah, and to be honest, I've never got why American people like the UK accent. I don't get it.
Well, now that I've been having dealings with you, I've noticed different types of accents now. I can tell them apart now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same in America. Depends what part of America you're from, depending on what you talk like. Like people from New York don't talk the same as people from Texas. It's the same in England. People from London don't talk the same as people from Birmingham or Newcastle, say, for example. But I just don't get what you lot see in the accent personally. But
hey, I like the accent.
Okay, can we please? I'm not saying we got to finish the show, but can we please go on to our series this week?
Oh yeah, let me pull mine up.
I'm going to talk about mine while you're pulling it up because I am so excited, and it started today, second season, and you know I had to rinse it.
Did you rinse it?
Bridgerton,
Did you rinse it already?
Bridgerton. Now, anybody knows that I loved the first episode. I ain't a period drama fan. Bridgerton hit differently when they got old Reggie, the Duke. Ooh. It was a good series. He was the main character. Absolute great eye candy for us ladies. And then as soon as it ended, they dropped the bombshell that he ain't gonna be in the second season. And I was like, what? But it still works even without him in it. Don't get excited, ladies. There ain't any over eye candy to replace him, but it's still good. And I am totes giving it a 5 out of 5. You can't tell me no different. Have you watched any of it yet?
No, that was my tonight's. I'm going to get a hot shower and I'm going to fix me some dinner. And that's what I was getting ready to break the ice.
Roll up them sleeves, pick up them feet and lay back, and you're in it. When you started, you're sucked into it.
Well, my series was called DMZ.
Who? DM.
It's called DMZ on HBO Max.
Hold on, DMZ.
Z.
Yeah, that's Z.
DMZ.
Yeah, Z. On HBO Max.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's about this lady who's looking for her son during apocalyptic time. You know what I mean? She's looking for her son, and come to find out the DMZ is a zone where they left all these people, and some people stayed, and during the evacuation, some people stayed, some people, got left there. Well, anyway, they broken into different gangs or groups or crews or whatever. And come to find out, her baby daddy ends up being this top dog, and he's been raising her son. Oh man.
Is she pleased about that?
Huh?
Is she pleased about that?
Well, she's been looking for him for like 8 years. Different parts of the country she's looking, but she never went to the DMZ. So she went to the DMZ. Come to find out, she finds her son, finds the baby daddy, finds out that the baby daddy is raising the son to be a bona fide killer.
Does the dad know that that's his child?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It has so many plots and twists to it. It is so good. I rinsed that whole thing.
What are you giving it out of 5?
I'm giving it a hot 5. That thing was so good.
OM to the G. We've both given our series is 5 out of 5 today. Now, let me just ask you, what is it about you and this apocalyptic stuff, man?
I don't know. Lately, I've been on this apocalyptic thing. I don't know what's going on, but it was so good.
Oh, I'll take your word for that.
It was so good.
Listen, Bridgerton was so good, and you are going to be rinsing it, and then next week you'll be like, oh, my series this week is Bridgerton because I rinsed it. It's so good.
Oh, I'm telling you, that is my show for the night. I'm not watching anything else.
I ain't mad at you.
And I'm a big March Madness fan. My basketball team won last night. Villanova, if anybody don't know. Villanova beat Michigan last night.
Villanova? That sounds like the girl from Killing Eve, Villanelle.
Anywho, I'm glad you are back and in rare form.
We have missed you.
Our audience has missed you. I have missed you, and I'm glad you are back.
Remember, not going to be ill for the next 40 years.
Mm-hmm. So how we ended, that being said, how we always end the show. This is Soph.
This is Rich.
And we are from
Across
across the
the
pond.
pond. Rich, we can see you on Sunday with our guest, and we see these lovely people on Sunday. Yepper.
Yupper.
Have a good weekend.
Hey, you do the same.
Hey, I will. And you enjoy Bridgerton.
I know. I'm going to watch it as soon as we hang up.
We're hanging up now.